Okay, first we are going to the topic called deflections. The differential equation for deflection is already have told you EI t square y by dx square is equal to m, and the slope will be, we differentiate it, integrate it, you get a slope dy by dx. It is denoted as theta, and the deflection y is nothing but a deflection here. Then in double integration method, okay, I have told you in double integration method, what will you do is, here you have equation ei d square y by dx square is equal to m. When you integrate it, what happens? Ei dy by dx is equal to integral of m into dx plus c. Again, if you integrate again, what happens? Ei y is equal to m into double integral of m into dx plus c1x plus c2. This one is c1x plus c2. Okay, this is for double integration. This one is nothing but for slope, and this one is nothing but for deflection. Okay, after that you have some boundary conditions. These are very important. Okay, it will depends upon the support conditions, which at which support you have to consider what boundary conditions. It is very important thing you have to remember whenever you are solving any derivation. Okay, you need to know this boundary conditions. These are very important. The boundary conditions are, what are the boundary conditions here you have? The boundary conditions are at simply supported, at simply supported or roller support. At simply support or lower support, simply support or at roller end, the deflection is 0. I have told you at end supports. There is a support is there, there the deflection is 0. Okay, this one is the first bit. And the second boundary condition is, if you have a fixed end, you have a fixed ends, you have a fixed ends at that point, what happens again? The deflection is 0. Again the deflection is 0, and slope dy by dx is also 0, and slope dy by dx is also 0, and slope dy by dx is also 0. Similarly, at a point of symmetry, if a given beam is the symmetric beam at a point of symmetry, at a center, at a point of symmetry, okay, what happens? The slope is 0. If you consider the simply supported beam in this condition, at the center midpoint, what happens? Here there will be no slope, only you have a deflection. Slope is 0 at this point. At a roller support, at a hinge support will be like this, and the roller support will be like this. At roller support, again the curve will be like this. So here there is no deflection, 0 deflection. At simply support also 0 deflection, at roller support also 0 deflection, and you have only slope exist here. If it is fixed support, when you consider a fixed support, at fixed support again the curve will be like this. There will be slope and deflection will be 0. Why? Because here you have a 3 directions is constrained at a fixed end, so there will be no deflection. Is it clear? These are the very important boundary conditions based upon the supports. Is it clear? Ima, is it clear? Is it clear? Yes or no? do net up and hit one net
Sir,
busy.
your voice is not audible, sir.
Okay, okay. There will be some Wi-Fi problem. 1 second. Is it audible now? Is it audible now? Is it audible
Sir.
now? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is the whiteboard is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you seen these boundary conditions? Here you have a boundary conditions. These are very important. At a roller support or simply supported, and at roller support the deflection is 0, and at a roller support the deflection is 0. At this point the deflection is 0. At hinge support also the deflection will be 0. Is it clear? Similarly, if you consider a fixed support, what happens at fixed ends also? The deflection is again at fixed supports also the deflection is 0.
Sir, board is not visible, sir.
Now, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Okay,
here
sir.
at rollers at fixed ends also what happens? The deflection and slope will be 0. Why? Because at fixed ends it is constrained at all the three ends, x, y, and the moment also it is constrained. So okay, when you see here the deflection curve will go like this. Understand? So here again the deflection and slope will be 0. Again at point of symmetry. At point of symmetry means if a beam is like this simply supported and you have at a midpoint symmetry point, exactly at midpoint what happens? Symmetrical loading is taking place. Then what happens again? Here also the deflection is 0, slope is 0, and deflection will exist. Is it clear? These are the three important points you have to remember. Next we are going to the derivations. Next we are going to the derivation part. Next we are going to the derivation part. The derivation part, the first derivation is we have using a double integration method. I have told you double integration method means you are integrating like this. Integrating two times. If you integrating once, we'll get a, if you integrate once, we'll get the slope. If you integrate once again, you get a deflection. Understand? You are integrating two times. Already we have derived one derivation on simply supported beam. Now we are going to derive on a cantilever beam. Okay, the first condition is the first derivation will be cantilever subjected to concentrated load at a free end. Cantilever subjected to concentrated load at a free end. Cantilever subjected to concentrated load at free end. Cantilever subjected to concentrated load at a free end. The length is L meters. Okay, here you are considering some distance x, section x at some distance x, then what is the equation moment about x will be? If it is load is w, then moment about x is minus w into x. How it is acting? It is acting in a clockwise. From right side, clockwise will be negative. Okay, you know that from right side, the clockwise will be negative. You know that from right side, the clockwise will be negative, minus w into x. What is the differential equation? You have ei d square y by dx square is equal to mx. Then if you integrate on both sides, what's happening? I'm integrating it on both sides. Integrating on both sides. Here I will get ei dy by dx is equal to, what happens, it is mx is, this equation will become ei dy d square y by dx square is equal to minus w into x. If I integrate this equation, ei dy by dx is equal to minus w into x square by 2 plus c1. I will apply the boundary conditions to calculate this value of constant c1. What are the boundary conditions I will apply? What are the boundary conditions I will apply? I will apply boundary conditions at x is equal to L, dy by dx is equal to 0. I will apply a boundary condition at x is equal to L, dy by dx is equal to 0. Then I will substitute this boundary condition. What happens if I substitute this boundary condition? What happens in this? At x is equal to L, dy by dx is equal to 0. 0 is equal to minus w into L square by 2 plus C1. Then C1 is equal to WL square by 2. Then this equation will become, I am substituting the value of C1. AI dy by dx is equal to minus W into x square by 2 plus C1 value is WL square by 2. Then again I am integrating on both sides. Integrating on both sides. What happens? Ei, if I integrate dy by dx, it will become y. Then it will be minus w into x cube by 6 plus w into, here you have a wl square by 2 into x plus c2. Okay, wl square by 2 into x plus c2 here I will get. Then I will apply the boundary conditions to calculate the value of C2. What are the boundary conditions I have? At x is equal to L, y is equal to 0. At x is equal to L, y is equal to 0. Here what boundary conditions you have applied? When you see here, the deflection of the beam will be like this. Okay. So what boundary conditions you have applied at x is equal to L means at a fixed ఏమా ఈ boundary condition మనం ఎలా అప్లై చేసామంటే at fixed ends what happens, deflection is 0. At fixed end, what is here, the x value is 0. Here it is x at center, x value is L by 2. Here x value is L. At x is equal to L, dy by dx is equal to 0. Again at x is equal to L, what happens? Here the slope and deflection will be 0. At x is equal to L, dy by y is equal to 0. We are applying this boundary conditions. Then 0 is equal to, minus w into L cube by 6, w into L cube by 6 plus minus w into L cube by 6 plus w into L cube by 2 plus C2. Okay, when you simplify this one, have to do the LCM here. Have to do the LCM here. I am doing the LCM here. What happens if I do the LCM? The value I will get is WL cube by 3. I will get WL cube by 3. Here LCM is 3 2s are 6. I will get 6 as LCM. Then here 3WL cube by, here if I do the LCM, 0 is equal to 0 is equal to minus WL cube by L cube plus 3WL cube by 6 plus C2. Then here I will get 0 is equal to 2WL cube by 6 plus C2. Here 2 3s are 6. Then here I will get C2 is equal to minus WL cube by 3. Then the slope equation is, deflection equation is EIY is equal to, okay, then deflection equation is, at free end you have a deflection, EIY is equal to minus W x cube by minus W x cube by x cube by 6 plus WL square by 2 into x plus the value of C2 is minus WL cube by 3. Okay, you have a deflection at, in simply supported beam, in cantilever beam, you have a slope and deflection always at the free end. Have a deflection at this point. At free end, you have a deflection, and also have a slope at free end. We have a slope at free end and deflection at free end. Have a slope at free end and deflection at free end. What is the value of x at free end? The value of x at free end is, what is the value? X is equal to 0 at the free end. Value of x is equal to 0 at the free end. So what we are doing is, we are substituting here at free end, free end value of x is 0. Then value of, if value of x is 0, what happens? What is the slope we will get? What is the equation of slope we have? EI dy by dx, that is slope is equal to dy by dx is equal to, here you have, what is the value you have got here? This is the equation you have, c1 is equal to this one. This is the equation of our slope equation. Okay, in this equation you are substituting x is equal to 0. What happens? This whole term will become 0. The remaining term is WL square by 2. I am sending this EI this side. What happens? That equation will become WL square by 2. Here you have a equation, you can see here. In this equation I am sending this EI this side. 1 by EI WL square by 2 will be the slope. The slope at free end is, it will be WL square by 2EI. This is the standard formula. If you have a simply supported beam with a end load, a point load at the free end, if you want to calculate the slope, directly you can substitute in this formula, you will get a slope. Similarly for the deflection, equation, here you have, again you are substituting, here it will be deflection y is equal to, what happens if you substitute x is equal to 0 in this equation? This term will be 0 and this term will be 0. Again, the next term also you have a x value, that one also will become 0. That one also will become 0. This term will be 0 and here also you have x. this term will be 0. Is it clear? This term will be also, the value of this term will be also 0. Then the remaining term is minus WL cube by 3. The remaining term is minus WL cube by 3. When you substitute here, what happens? It will be minus WL cube by 3EI will be your deflection. Understand? This term will become 0, this term will become 0. The remaining term is minus WL cube by 3EI will be the remaining term. Is it clear? That is the standard formula. Whenever you have a cantilever with a single point load at a free end, directly you can substitute this formula to calculate the slope and deflection. Is it clear? It is acting, minus sign indicates that, the negative sign indicates that you can write it as deflection y is equal to WL cube by 3EI. Or else, second, you can write it as, or you can write it as y is equal to WL cube by 3EI, acting in a downward direction. Negative sign indicates that the deflection is acting downwards. Is it clear? This is a simple derivation. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, we are going to the next derivation. That is cantilever subjected to uniformly distributed load. I will send the material after completion of this derivation. You can also go through that material. Okay. Note down this one. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the next class. Okay, I will share the material also to you. Go through it. Next, I am moving to the next topic. That is cantilever subjected to uniformly distributed load. I am considering a cantilever beam which is having a uniformly distributed load. Okay, which has, I am considering the length of this beam is L meters. The length of this beam is L meters. Then here I am considering the section X at a distance of X from 3n. Section X at a distance of X from 3n. The load acting is W Newton per meter. The load acting is, it is small w. The load acting, it is small w Newton per meter. Okay. So here moment about X is, what happens? What will be the moment about X? What will be the moment about X? Mx is, here Mx is, what will be the Mx? W into X will be the force into X by 2 will be the distance. You know that moment is equal to force into perpendicular distance. Force is W into X per UDL. You are considering only the moment about X. X is up to this point. X value is up to this line. So it is W into X by 2. How it is acting? It is acting in a clockwise direction. Understand? Here if you consider, it is acting like this. So it is acting in a clockwise direction. From right side, clockwise will be negative. This one will become W into X square by 2 minus W into X square by 2. Substitute in the differential equation. EI d square y by dx square is equal to mx. That is EI d square y by dx square is equal to minus wx square by 2. Then I am integrating on both sides. What happens? EI dy by dx is equal to minus w into x cube by 6 plus C1. Then I am substituting here the boundary conditions. Same boundary conditions you have. Why? Because it is a fixed support. What are the boundary conditions you have? Here the x value is 0. Here at the center x value is L by 2. Okay. At the end x value is L. What are the boundary conditions at fixed supports? Dy by dx is equal to 0. At x is equal to L, dy by dx is equal to 0. At x is equal to L, y is equal to 0. At x is equal to L, y is equal to 0. I am substituting this boundary condition. This is a boundary condition I have. At x is equal to L, dy by dx is equal to 0. Same procedure. So here you have 0 is equal to minus w L cube by 6 plus C1. Then C1 is equal to WL cube by 6. Substitute here EI dy by dx is equal to minus W into x cube by 6 plus W into L cube by 6. Okay, this is equation 1. Again I am integrating on both sides to calculate the deflection, that is EI y is equal to minus w into x to the power of 4 by 24 plus w into L cube by 6 into x plus C2. Okay, again I am applying the boundary conditions. What is the boundary conditions? At x is equal to L, okay, y is equal to 0. This is the boundary conditions you have. At x is equal to L, y is equal to 0. Here at x is equal to L, dy by dx is equal to 0. Is it clear? At x is equal to L, y is equal to 0. This is the boundary conditions we have. So when you substitute here, what happens? At x is equal to L, y is equal to 0. Then I am substituting the value of y as 0. Then minus WL to the power 4 by 24 plus WL cube L to the power of 4 by 6 plus C2. When you do the LCM will be 24. Okay, so they multiply with 4, 4, 6, 6, 6 fours, 6 ones. Again, it will be 24. When I do the LCM, again it will be 24. The remaining term is, I will get, simplify this one. What happens here? The 0 is equal to, okay, here minus minus 4 minus WL to the power of 4. LCM is 24. Here it will be plus 4 into WL to the power of 4 plus C2. Okay. Then here when I simplify this one, what happens? 3WL to the power of 4 by 24 plus C2. Okay, here 3 8s are 24. The value will become WL to the power of 4 by 8 plus C2. Then C2 is equal to minus WL to the power of 4 by 8. Substitute in this equation, EIY is equal to minus WX to the power of 4 by 24 plus WL cube by 6 into X plus C2 value is minus WL to the power of 4 by 8. Is it clear? Then always have a deflection and slope at a free end. When you consider the cantilever beam, the deflection and slope will be always at the free end. So at free end, the value of x is 0. So So at free end, I am calculating the deflection and slope. I'm calculating the slope and deflection at a free end. So first I am calculating for this deflection equation I have, that is 1 I have written here. From this deflection equation, if I substitute at x is equal to 0 at free end x is equal to 0. When I substitute 0 here, this term will become, this whole term will become 0. The remaining term is WL cube by 6. I will get dy by dx is equal to WL cube by 6 EI. This one will be your deflection, final deflection for cantilever with a UDL. Next, when I substitute here, the next equation, if I substitute here, what happens again? This term will be 0 and this term will be 0. The remaining term is y is equal to minus WL to the power of 4 by 8 EI. This one will be the deflection. Okay, these are the deflection and slope for, this one will be slope and this one will be the deflection. Is it clear? Deflection with a UDL, cantilever with a UDL. Okay, so you will get a deflection and this negative sign indicates, always I told you that negative sign indicates WL to the power of 4 by 8 EI. 8 EI acting downwards. Negative sign indicates it is acting in a downward direction. Is it clear? Why is it clear? Anybody has any doubts? Anybody has any doubts? Anybody has any doubts?
Yes, sir.
ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? Or else can you move to the next topic? Roll number 68. Roll number 68. Roll number 68. Do you have any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, everything is clear.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next I am moving to the next topic. Okay, whenever you are considering the cantilever, okay, here you are considering only at a free end. If it is acting at some distance A from the fixed end, then what will be the derivation? Here you are going to calculate it. So whenever cantilever of span L subjected to a concentrated load W at a distance A from the fixed end. So in this condition, how it is acting? You have a cantilever beam, have a load W. Okay, this is A. You're considering this as A, this as B, and this as C. What happens? The deflection of the beam will be like this. The deflection of the beam will be like this. So here the slope will be same. Whenever you will consider the slope, the slope will be same, that is theta b, but the deflection will differ. And from this point here, the deflection is what happens, it is differing here. Here you have a another deflection. So here the deflection is y1. Normal cantilever beam you have calculated. దీన్ని మనం ఎలా చేస్తున్నామంటే, ఇప్పుడు మీరు క్యాండిలివర్ ఇలా తీసుకున్నారు. సో ఐఎమ్ కన్సిడరింగ్ ద క్యాండిలివర్ యాజ్ ఏ and up to b1 cantilever. What happens, it has a deflection. Directly you have a formula for it, already you have derived, that is y1, that is y, already manam derive chesam. You are considering directly that formula. For this remaining term you have to calculate for y2 value ఎంత ఉందో మనం calculate చేయాలి. c to c dash or c1. What is the value? The length of this beam is L meters. So what is the formula? First you are calculating the deflection at B, that is y1. Directly you have a formula, but here the resistance he has given it as A. Instead of X, instead of L, here you are considering it as A. Ima, is it clear? ముందు మనం ఈ B point వరకు deflection calculate చేస్తాం. B point looks like it is one cantilever beam up to B point. So here you are calculating y1. So what is the formula here? That is WA cube by, already you have derived. I will show it. You have derived in this previous derivation. What is the formula? That is, formula is what is the formula? It is loading. So it is loading. The formula is WL cube by 3I. Instead of L, here you are taking the value as A. WA cube by 3EI will be the deflection. WL cube by 3EI will be the deflection. WA cube by 3EI will be 3EI will be the deflection, and the slope at B, that is theta B. Theta B is same formula you will use, WA square by 2EI. Instead of L you are substituting A. Why? Because this length of beam is A. Since the position of BC is not subjected to any moment, if B point దగ్గర ఏ moment act అవ్వట్లేదు, subjected moment remains straight and its slope is same. Why? Because there is no moment acting, so this slope will be same, so the angle will be same. So theta B is equal to theta C. The slope at this point is equal to the slope at this point. Understand? So the slope will be equal, but the deflection at C, how do you calculate the deflection at point C? How do you calculate the deflection at point C? That is, deflection at C is equal to deflection at B plus L minus A into deflection L minus A into slope at B. Here you are considering this as one triangle. Understand? Here you are considering this as one triangle. This y2 is nothing but what happens? Y2 you can write it as L minus A. This distance is L minus A. Understand? This total distance is L minus A. Okay, L minus A into, this is nothing but the slope at B. Okay, this is nothing but, this inclined line is nothing but, here you are considering it as a, okay, what will you consider? Tan theta. tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. Okay, then theta is very small angle, theta b. Here you have theta b is equal to, what happens, opposite is your y2, adjacent is your L minus a. So y2 can be written as theta b into L minus a. Theta b is nothing but a slope at b. So in this manner, the deflection at b, this is y1. You want this total distance y1 plus y2. Here y2 is theta into L minus a. So in this manner, here you are calculating deflection at b is WAQ by 3EI plus L minus A into slope at B is WA square by 2EI. Okay, this one will be the total deflection at C. Is it clear? This is the formula I will use. The condition is given like this. Is it clear? WAQ by 3EI plus L minus A into WA square by 2EI will be the total formula for deflection at C, and slope at C is, this meeting will end in 5 minutes. Okay, uh, is it clear up to this? Is it clear? Up to this point, is it clear? Anybody has any doubts? Roll number 69, Vinay. Roll number 69. Roll number 70. 72. Am I audible? Is it clear?
వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది సార్ కొంచెం.
ఇప్పుడు ఓకేనా?
సార్ వాయిస్ క్లియర్గా లేదు సార్.
వాయిస్ క్లియర్ గా లేదా? బోర్డ్ అయితే కనపడుతుంది కదా?
ఎస్ సార్.
Okay, if you have any doubt, I will tomorrow we are buying a license version. From tomorrow I will take the class for 1.5 hour or 2 hours. Okay, you have only up to 2 or 3 minutes now. Just go through it. I will send the material up to this, what I have taught you. Go through it. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the next class. Okay, I will take the attendance meanwhile. Okay, anybody has any doubts? Anybody has any doubts? ఇందులో ఈ డెరివేషన్ లో ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా?